Welcome to the HR Learning Hub, where we decode HR concepts, dive into people analytics, and learn how to tell stories, not just share numbers. Today, we will create graph with rating distribution and ideal bell curve for comparison, along with department and manager filter. Let's begin. We have datasheet where we have column K as calibrated rating, which we want to be displayed over here as the actual rating. We will go to datasheet, insert pivot table, select add this to data model. We will enter calibrated rating to rows and employee name to values. These are the numbers. We need to cover this in percentage. Right click, show value as percentage of grand total. Now let's create a manual table. Rating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Calibrated rating. We will do a VLOOKUP with the above pivot table. In the next column, we will enter ideal rating, assuming it to be 2% for 1, 14% for 2, 68% for 3, 14% for 4, 2% for 5, which is the highest rating. Let's create a graph with this data. Select the data, insert recommended charts, select the line chart, rename this sheet as calculation sheet, take this chart to a new dashboard. Let's give it a name, actual versus ideal rating distribution. For calibrated rating, if we want a smooth line, we can come to fill in line over here, scroll down towards the end and select smooth line. Now we have a smooth line for this. Let's give data label to this, to the right. Now for ideal rating, you can either have a similar curve like this, a smooth curve, or you can make these lines. I prefer these lines, so let's learn how to do this. Now come to fill in line, go to line, no line. Come to marker, marker options, built-in, select a line. This is still smaller in terms of length. So what we will do is insert, shapes, create a line, increase the width up to 2. I'll change the color to green. You can keep whichever color you want to. And then Control C. Select this so that all of these lines get selected and Control V. So whichever formatting, color, line width, length, all of this would be copy pasted over here. We will add the data labels as well towards left. So we have actual versus ideal rating distribution over here. Now we want it to be more dynamic like this with department and manager name. We will go back to our calculation sheet, come back to pivot table, insert, slicer. Now we want department and manager name. Select both of them, click OK. Let's take this to our other sheet, which is our new dashboard. Let's take this as well. We can format if we want to. Let's try our filter. We see finance department seems to be quite aligned with bell curve. However, sales department looks quite skewed. Ratings seem to be quite lenient over here. Is there any specific manager responsible for this? If we see Kate Sharma's ratings still seem to be okay. We look at Margot's rating, it seems quite inflated. Maybe this needs to be questioned. The manager could be right, but do we have enough data points to justify the inflated ratings is something that we need to ask. These are some questions to be asked as well to be highlighted at the right forums. In our next video, we will compare current versus calibrated ratings. So stay tuned and subscribe the channel. I hope you are finding this series helpful. If yes, show support by liking, subscribing, commenting and sharing with others. Bye bye for now. Until next time, keep learning.